And it kind of goes back to what we were just talking about students need to be taught, just like anything else, what this means, what behavior means, what expectations mean, and modeling it for them. And then scaffolding their understanding of that process and letting them see where they really are. So it's great. Thank you for sharing.
Because sometimes we just assume that they know what it means. And, that's one of our biggest hurdles, is not assuming that they know what we know.
We worked with administration one time on doing like for the incoming ninth graders, as far as student council, we work with them on doing a fashion show as far as dress code. What's appropriate and what is not. So we had the student council kids like on a runway, like we made like a runway, and some of them were dressed with spaghetti straps and pants all the way down, like with like really funny boxer shorts, like obviously not real, stuff. And then they got to see what, an example of like what not to wear.
And think about how much more fun that is for them than to sit in 6 classes all day long listening to the drone of these rules over and over and over again.
Our school, when we did a lot of the rules and behaviors, we have like a school. Ours is SOAR because we're the Eagles. So we did SOAR, and it's a generic makeup for the whole school, but then each individual team got to make up like what SOAR means to them. So like the electives have a SOAR. The different teams in the different buildings have what it means. So each, depending on what team you're on, the student kind of get a different view of it. But then the students are still impacted, where we still ask them what it means to them and take their input too, to kind of create something that they're involved in.
That's great.
Group work and giving each student maybe a specific rule and having them dig deeper on what that means to them.
I put up these the pieces of white paper. So for Waitman, we have our roar. So first we define like what is, because I have 6th graders, so we define like what is our roar. So we went through like what does it stand for. Then what I had them do is I sent up how can we show our roar in the different places. So like I have one over here that was how do we show it in the common area, how do we show it in the lunchroom, and then they would write on a sticky note like what they do in each area or what their idea was, and they would go stick it, and each team had to stick one sticky note on each board. And they really liked that, and it got them thinking, oh, so this is what the roar is, but how do I apply it? And it really showed them how to apply it in the classroom, in the lunchroom, and how to be respectful in all aspects.
That's great. I'm hearing some trends as we're going around the room. I'm hearing about students being involved in the process, and that's kind of giving them a choice of behaviors, a choice of being involved. And I'm also hearing a lot of having the students determine what behaviors look like and what they shouldn't look like.
The rules in a town hall with some of the teachers, and focusing on some of the ones that they present. And also just, and of course high school, you have a lot of different classes, but you could have them vote in some of the popular ideas that they have, and then just make it all together so they can feel like they're part of it.